Hi, I'm Hannah Maniscalchi.
I'm Sarah Mishu.
I'm Maddie Aiken.
Hi, I'm Julia Kelly. I like to paint, I like to draw, I sing, I dance, I do musical theater, and I play instruments.
So my mom played flute when she was in high school, and she told me a little bit about it, so when it came time for 5th grade band, I just was like, I want to play the Sideways one. Whatever it's called, it's fine.
I became passionate about musical theater probably in 5th grade because I was cast as Hodel in Fiddler on the Roof for my 5th grade play. And ever since then, my passion for it's really grown. I really love it a lot, and it's really fun for me.
I do mostly painting and drawing in my work, and then a little bit of computer work. I think I want to make stuff because it's a certain way that you can speak to people in like a different way, and sometimes it's more expressive than having a conversation with someone, is making something and trying to convey those feelings with color and with composition and different shapes and whatever to make a whole expressive piece.
You can do so much with one instrument, like you can do anything you want with an orchestra or a concert band, or just with the one instrument. You can make so many sounds, you can convey any sort of mood that you want. It's very all-encompassing.
I do fashion design, and you can take clothes and put it together any way that you want, and it doesn't have to follow like the status quo of whatever everyone else is wearing. You can just make your own thing and look yourself and stand out in a crowd.
In life, there are many ups and downs. It's pretty much a roller coaster constantly. And I think it's really important to have things that like fuel the spark that you have inside yourself, and musical theater and art in general, the arts in general do that for me. They kind of like drive that passion. And so I think when you like have something like that, it's really important to hold on to it, because those are vital things that carry us through life.
I wanna be where the people are. I wanna see them dancing, walking around my house. What do you call it? Oh, beat.
I come from a fashionable background with my mom, who made her own wedding dress and my prom dress. I get a lot of praise for like my fashion choices, so when I say I want to do something involved with fashion, people are very supportive of it.
My parents, obviously, they push me to like be as good as I can be. They like gotta practice. Like when I have auditions coming up, they make sure that I'm on track.
So for my designs, I'm inspired by a lot of different cultures. Like my concentration right now for AP Art is fashion inspired by the world. So like I created a design that represents Japanese architecture. And I'm also really inspired by like French girl fashion, which is like simplistic and modern, but also elegant and classy. A big project I'm working on is I'm going to help create my prom dress, not necessarily make it all myself because I'm still learning, but I'm designing my prom dress, and I'm also going to be making my graduation dress for my senior internship.
I have a very strong support system. My parents have always been like extremely supportive of everything I do. They've always paid for my dance classes and my singing lessons and piano lessons. And so they've always had my back 100%, and my friends have been always incredibly supportive of everything that I love to do.
My only purpose is to create something that I would enjoy wearing and hopefully other people might enjoy wearing. It's just to get my creativity out into my clothes.
Definitely to inspire, definitely to bring the art, like continue to do my part to stress the importance of the arts, because the arts have been such a huge and important part of my life, and I want to continue to show people how important the arts are. And when people ask me, they're very interested in like what I do in the arts, like what is it that I do, and they ask me questions. I still get that like starving artist vibe sometimes though from people.
I think it's because to someone who isn't in the arts, they think it's like the easy way out. because you don't, like a lot of art degrees, you're not necessarily taking calculus and business classes and marketing and engineering, but so they think that it's like, oh, I'm just gonna draw for the rest of my life and I'll be happy and fine, don't need, but it's almost harder in some ways to be an artist and to practice what you do every single day and not get discouraged when you eventually, inevitably get turned away many times.
There's so much you can do as an artist. There's so many paths you can take. I think a lot of people just think it's like one thing, but there's so many different like branches off of that you can go on to. It's art. It's incredibly creative. It's all about you. It's all about what your passion and what your vision is.
I think there's such a big stigma because in school we really focus on like math and sciences, and there isn't really that much option for art, and we're kind of taught like STEM classes are like what you need to like make it into college, and those are like the big paying jobs, and like going into art is definitely a risk, so I think people see the risk going to definitely be a failure, so people kind of frown upon that, which is sad.
The stereotype of the starving artist, where like people don't think that you can succeed as something that like is, I guess, out of the ordinary. It's not like the normal job you'd typically get, and people think you have to be like good at it to do it, but as long as you're loving what you're doing, you can always make it what you want to do, I think.